Testing, sinking in. Okay. I was recording for a good 120 bars. I don't know what that equates to in minutes, but I got a Logic session opened up right now, and I was talking about. I was recording for a good 12 minutes, and that shit did not record, man. Now I'm recording for 27 seconds. So I gotta talk for another. I don't know how long this video is. This is my first video, by the way. I'm using this because I got nothing else to do. I just graduated, or no, I didn't. I just finished my semester of college, and I got nothing else to do but make music. But sometimes I realize that I can't make music all the time, or else I get really, really hyper focused. So I need a break. So I just finished my album, and I need a break of. I need to find an outlet. Basically, I'm like. I work on music way too much, so I have to force myself to stop for a second and just do something else, cause I'm just trying to find a way to like preserve all the energy and keep it anew and just recycle old things. Cause I feel like I've been making a lot of music, and sometimes you just need a refuel. So like I'm gonna be like dropping videos now, I guess, of like me just talking, because on these days where I literally have to force myself to not make music, this is what you're gonna get. Because I literally do need to I need to take a break from making music for a second, for like a day, just a day. That's all I need. So yeah, I made an album. I feel really good about it. Not saying that like I think it's gonna do numbers or anything. I feel good about it in the sense that I don't give a fuck if anything happens from it or not. I know that I made a sick ass album. So, like, that's all I could care about. I could really give a fuck about getting signed to a label. Because it could happen or it could not. I just don't like focusing on I don't like focusing on, like, what if you don't? Because it could happen. Like, yeah, I just gotta believe, like John Lennon says, imagine, you know. You just gotta believe it, and it'll probably happen. I don't know. But shout out Interscope Records. I think I would fit well in that lineup. This is my pitch. I think I fit well in Interscope. Or Geffen. I think Geffen would probably be better, just because of what I'm going. Y'all had Beck and stuff. Y'all had Beck. I kind of bring a Beck vibe. I like to think sometimes, just off my like the way I work. I have a big ass Nirvana tattoo on my arm. I don't know. Yeah, so I mean, I also went to Sound City this past winter, and I guess I took some energy from there and then recorded this album on like a bunch of Neve consoles, or at least emulators. Neve emulator. All right, I'm talking about like, I don't know. This is very niche stuff. So if you're watching this video just because it came up on your recommended page, this is very music heavy. It's like a really nerd thing sometimes. I like Sonic. Like I've realized what Sonic is, not the character. I love Sonic though. That's why it's my new favorite video game. I know what Sonic represents now. It's basically sound, you know. So I got really into that, and then recorded an album that I didn't even know was gonna become what it was. But it's kind of just like a summer album that about falling in love with like a pop star, like a Ziggy Stardust type story. And it's like I made it like making a character, not necessarily me. I mean, there was some parts of me in there, but it's like realizing now like that's just a character, and like that's its own little world. And that's the cool thing about it. Like I realized what I want to do music for, and it's not just to make a hit or anything. I could care less about making hits anymore. I'm doing it now for the artistic vision. I mean, it'd be cool to have a hit, but I can't control that. I can't control whether or not my song becomes a hit, but I can control whether or not I'm trying to feel something. You know, I like music for feeling, and if it sounds good or not. And honestly, who dictates what sounds good or not? I do. You do. We all do. We get to choose what we listen to. You get to choose whether or not you're gonna listen to my music after this, whether you like me or not. I don't know. I don't, not saying I don't care. I would love for you to go check it out, but like, I can't force you to like my music. You're probably gonna either think it's really sick, and you're gonna probably like align with my own thoughts about why you think it's sick, or you're probably just not gonna care and be like, oh, going on with my day, So it's like, it's fun. I'm stepping back, like kicking my feet up and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I've been doing a lot of yoga, like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Just getting ready for, I don't even, getting ready for what? Like, that's the thing. I don't even know what I'm getting ready for, but I've been doing lots of yoga. I need to start practicing my guitar again and my bass, because I kind of been lacking on practice and just been making my music. Shout out Liquid Death. Yeah, are the best. Shout out Toby Morse, because he's like the one that actually kind of like put me on this stuff. If Toby Morse, I don't know if you ever hear this, shout out to you. I don't know if they came out like ASMR or anything, but we're running at 6 minutes and I'm already here at like 300 beats on a Logic project, and I've never been this far into a project because I'm not Hans Zimmer. But yeah, like, see, it's fun, like when you just are able to speak and then you just get to shut up for once because you've said everything you've needed to say in that moment. It's like Mia Wallace in Pulp Fiction, like when they talk in the diner, it's like, you find someone special when you can just shut up for once. And yeah, that's kind of what it is. And I also realized I probably like cursed in the beginning of this video, which means it probably won't get pushed by the algorithm, but oh well, because this video was for my entertainment purposes only. However, if you did enjoy this video, shout out to you for still watching this, because I don't even know why I'm doing this. I'm just doing it. I have no idea why I'm doing this right now. If I'm being quite frank, I'm kind of just flowing. I've been flowing for the past couple months, ever since I've learned about flow state through marketing. And yeah, that's another thing. I'm a marketing major, so I've figured out some stuff, I guess. Not that applies to anything. It doesn't rule my world, as it probably doesn't rule your world either. It's just stuff that we know. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's whatever. But anyways, let's go back to music. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with this album. It's probably just going to be there. And then I'll write another album. And that could either be there or go to infinity and beyond. Maybe this album will go to infinity and beyond and people will fuck with it and be like, oh my God, who is this kid? I'm 22 years old. I don't know if I'm still a kid. I mean, I'm still a kid. Yeah, of course I am. And nothing hurts anymore, I feel kind of free. We're still the kids we used to be. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, I was talking to this therapist the other day, because I'm trying to look for a therapist, so I kind of just been bouncing around. And they said, have you noticed that your thoughts jump from one thing to another? And it was like, yes, that's how I live. That's literally how I perceive things. Like, I like making connections because it makes things, it allows me to shelf things in my brain easier, and I could just collect them. It's like, oh, it's like Spider-Man. It's like in my head, I'm just like, like just swinging to random shelves in my memory bank, and then I just get something new. I get a new connection. It's like, oh my God, my references are insane. But really, it's just my brain just making so much connections. And it's cool. It's dope. I love that about myself. That's another thing. Like, self-love is so important. I mean, I've been on like this journey of like loving myself. That's why I kind of just like, I'm making music just to be able to express like what I'm going through in the moment, Like, I'm just making stuff. Not say, like, I don't know. Like, I've been posting these songs on SoundCloud. They get no views, probably 2 to 3 views max. And I'm cool with that. That's dope. Those 2 to 3 people that watch my stuff, I hope they liked it. Like, that's cool. I'm grateful for that. Even if it's just like one listener, like, that's dope that it hit that. And somebody commented the other day, and it kind of inflated my ego, but they said I said, "Wow, like like I posted in like the description, like yeah, shout out for sure for 70 listeners this week or whatever." And somebody comments like, "Wow, you're excited for 70 listeners? You should have like 10K." And I was like, "Yeah, I should have 10K, shouldn't I?" Like, of course I want that. Of course I want to get signed to Interscope. Like, of course I want all this stuff. It's just a matter of doing. So I guess coming back to the main point of this video, why am I making this video? I guess it's to put myself out there. I guess see if any labels find me interesting or like who I am, who I stand for. I mean, who knows if anybody will even watch this video. I'm still gonna make another video next time I feel like I need to take a break from music and just like focus on something else creatively. I literally been like journaling so much and stuff, like collecting my thoughts and running to, you know, it's kind of just like, I don't know, just doing stuff that I feel is right is the main point. Cause I kind of got bored of not doing anything, and now I got all this free time. I realized, cause I don't really play like, video games anymore. I kind of stopped playing Xbox. I don't know, video games kind of don't entertain my sense anymore until GTA 6 comes out. When GTA 6 comes out, I'll probably be playing again. But as of right now, music is my like where I want to be at, and like it's probably where I'm gonna be at for the rest of my life. And the only way I could keep going is by telling myself, hey, you're not in competition with nobody. You're just making music for yourself and your own well-being. So like, why worry about whether or not you're gonna get signed to Interscope or Geffen or some indie record label? Probably, I don't know. Like, I'm just being really patient. Trust God. God always knows. That's one thing. Believe in God. If you ever are in need, if you ever need someone to fall back on, there's always a God that will look out for you. My mom was telling me this the other day. She said, for all the things I've given you, imagine, and with my errors, I'm not the purest me, but imagine how much God loves you, and he's the most purest of all. My mom said me that. I was like, damn, she's spitting facts right now. Like, that's off the dome? Oh, for real? No, but yeah, that's what life's about, bro. It's all about lessons and stuff. That's why when I made this album, I didn't really think. I mixed it myself. I mastered it myself. I don't even know how to mix or master anything, and I just did it. And then a story came along, and the story is basically about this kid who wanted the perfect summer, and I guess it ties into like 500 Days of Summer of like falling in love with a pop star. Just some random Hollywood story. I don't know. It's just a whole like. I started taking my music in a directive style, and that's what made it fun. It made it kind of like cool to build these worlds within albums. So that's why I'm excited to make a next album. Like, I hope by the next time I make an album, I'm like signed to Interscope so they could help me like fund like a super sick like project. Like, imagine like I could, like, if I wanted to make like a 2000s type album, I could spend the budget on like $1,000 on the budget to like refurnish my room to look like a Fruit of Girl era like aesthetic room, and that would be so dope. That's cool about like getting signed. Like, that's why I would want to get signed, is because then I could like fully envision projects how I want them to be, and not use it. Because, I mean, of course, they're going to fund the marketing and stuff, but I like, for me, I kind of just want to focus on how can I make a story or manifest something that's, like, bigger than me, and it's something that could be applied to somebody else's life. Like, for me, it was Ziggy Stardust, but I literally, for a second, I thought it was Ziggy Stardust because I was literally just listening to that album while I was making my album, and that whole album's about like the journey of becoming a rock star, and it was like a Cinderella story, And I guess that's the point of my life right now. I watched Cinderella today, and like I used to watch like Disney movies when I was a kid, so I guess I'm like a kid again. So I watched Cinderella again. It's like the whole point of Cinderella is just believe in your dreams and they might come true. If you deny your dreams, you know, like, you know, like, okay, you don't want it, I guess. Like, you're just sending out that, you're cutting off that branch when it could have been left open that whole time. It could have just been flowing. Where you cut off that branch too early, it's like, oh man, it was about to blossom, it was in bloom. But you decided to cut it out right before it was about to, you know, like that. And then, yeah, Cinderella's a dope ass. I think that's my favorite Disney movie right now. I mean, of course, I literally just said I'm living the Cinderella, but that's my favorite movie. Anyways, I don't know. 15 minutes. Should I push myself to 20? Yeah, because I'm probably only gonna make this like once a week. Let's push it to like 20 minutes. Maybe next week will be like 40 minutes. I'm just yapping here for 40 minutes, just talking about whatever. Lord knows if I'll get a listener or viewer. It's not necessarily a podcast, I don't think. It's kind of like, I mean, I know Emma Chamberlain does her podcast, and so I like Emma Chamberlain a lot. She's pretty dope. She's a dope figure. I hope she has like a reality show one day. I'm hoping that Emma Chamberlain has like a, you know, like a late night talk show. That'd be so dope. Emma Chamberlain, if you see this, and like, oh man, I hope that happens. You'd be perfect. Like it would just work. I know it would. And you'd have like so many guests. It would be so dope. Like TikTokers. like imagine the future, like TikTokers are still like, somehow TikTokers branch to something else and they make it a like late night with Jimmy Fallon, but instead it's like Emma Chamberlain. You know, that'd be so dope. That's my future. That's what I would want in my reality. But yeah, I mean, ending notes, I guess. I got like 3 minutes before I'm probably gonna call it. Is go check out my album. It's probably gonna be in the description. And I'm gonna be posting way more YouTube videos, I guess, and editing them and kind of just seeing what happens with what will happen with whatever I have and what will happen with things I don't have right now. My life could change at any moment, but I don't know when that's gonna happen. So the only thing I could do to stay grounded is just be present and, you know, at least try everything in my power. If I truly do want this thing to happen, I'm gonna do everything in my power to put myself out there. You know, I'm planning on doing shows in LA, because I'm from LA too, so that makes it easier for me. I'm so blessed. That's what I'm saying. Like I literally got the luck of the draw. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that happened early in my life, but I don't hold anything. Like I said, I'm like Cinderella. Like I live like a world like full of like a bunch of like evil stepmothers and like a bunch of like people that like hate on me, but I don't care, and I'm just like happy, like, cause that's life, bro. Like, if you truly want to be famous, like, and I, you know, like fame is something else. You can't control that. You gotta. I feel like every famous person eventually realizes that it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks at all. It's just what you matter. And that's what I'm saying. That's why Cinderella was always happy, even though she was locked up in that castle, because she had hope that there was a better tomorrow. And that hope can carry you a long way. But at the same time, there's another theory of like, oh, but maybe nothing will happen. Maybe, and that's how you ground yourself, you know? I feel like that's how you don't start feeding into like delusions and just like inflating your ego. You have to ground yourself. And that's like the most important thing, like grounding yourself. And I've seen ego like fuel me and others, and I don't like it in reflection. And it's just like, what can I do better to change my outlook on myself in those times of inflated ego and stabilize myself? That's why I have these angel numbers tatted on me, because I'm an 8 life path. So it's all about breaking the cycle, or I mean breaking the cycle whenever you feel like you need to break the cycle. Once you realize you need to break the cycle, to do it. So consider this my breaking of cycle. I always wanted to be a YouTuber. I always wanted to be a YouTuber, whether it was like a Minecraft YouTuber or like being a podcaster. I mean, technically I'm already a podcaster because this is running at 20 minutes already. So I always did want to be like in the media, I guess. I guess I always did want to be a figure, I guess. And now I am, because I posted my first YouTube podcast, talkative event session, whatever it may be, and this is my first one. So congratulations to me. And congratulations to you for sitting through this whole video. If you did, I don't know. Oh, and my laptop just went black. It slept on me. I don't know if I don't know if it was still recording. But yeah, no, it's like hopefully something comes of all this. I have no idea, but I do believe that I came here to do something. You know, I didn't come here to just like look at life as a burden. I came here to enjoy and make the most of it. So I guess this is me making the most of it. Anyways, go check out my album. It's Modretti on everything. Thank God I have an original name. Interscope, I have an original name. Shout out to the French. Modretti, Vendredi, Friday. It's Saturday though. Yeah, and I hope I make another video like this. So yeah, shout out everybody. Goodbye.